Do you ever feel like you made a prayer for something and you prayed so hard to obtain it, just to expect it, and the time comes just for nothing to happen? Anger starts to arise, faith begins to decrease, and now you start siding with the devil, believing God's not working for you. But what if I told you that was exactly your problem? You see, when we enter a relationship with Christ, it's not supposed to be God working for you. Rather, it's supposed to be God working with you together. Look, back in Genesis, when God created mankind, man wasn't created to let God work on everything while we stand and watch him work for us. Man was to care for the garden and work on it with God to keep the land flourishing. Many people believe God to be a genie and is created by us to serve us, which in place makes us blasphemers. That mindset is what the devil wants us to have, is that we are equal to God or even so above him. So if our prayer isn't answered, we throw him in a locked room as punishment, when in reality, we are the ones throwing ourselves into that room by our own actions. We believe we know right from wrong based on our own conscience, and that is exactly how the devil convinced Eve to eat the forbidden fruit, saying, "For God doth know in the day ye eat thereof, that your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." That mindset was passed down to every generation, and it's only through Jesus that it can't take a hold of you anymore. We tend to not realize, but we have to ask ourselves, are we praying for things to fulfill our desires over the needs of others? Satan wants us to pray for the outcome of blessings and not to pray to achieve the character of the person who can handle the blessing. Satan knows God wants to work in us in order to bless us. So in order to deceive us, Satan has us believe that God's blessings are only shown in the things we see. So when we don't see the blessing, we see it as God failing us, when in reality, we failed God. We didn't work with God to refine our character enough. Whether that be through prayer or daily activity, we didn't hold up our end of the prayer. God wants to bless you with what you desire, but he knows who you are right now wouldn't be able to handle the blessing. God knows all, and he knows he doesn't want to see his people fail. You want to make 6 figures, don't pray for $100,000. Pray for God to help you achieve the character that would be able to handle $100,000. You want a wife? Don't pray for a wife. Pray to achieve the character of a husband. Be, do, have. That is God's formula. Become the person to do the things to have what you want. Take going to the gym, for example. When you become the person that is able to do the things to lift the weights, you gain more muscle. That's not some mind-blowing fact. It's life. If you use God like a genie, you'll never become the person that does the work to have what you desire. We must look at Solomon's prayer as an example of what we are to pray for. In 1 Kings chapter 3, verses 6-9, Solomon says, "Thou hast shewed unto thy servant David my father great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee, and thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. And now, O Lord my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad, for who is able to judge despise so great a people." Solomon didn't pray for fame, riches, woman, golds, or anything material. He prayed a spiritual prayer. A prayer for him to become a person that would be able to rule God's people in truth. Be, do, have. His prayer was to become the person that is able to do the work, who would be able to rule over the people righteously. We see in the following verses that this is what we should pray for. Verses 10-13 says, "And God said unto him, Because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment, behold, I have done according to thy works. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days." And the speech pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this thing. How beautiful is that? Not only did God bless him with the things he asked for, he blessed him with the things that he didn't ask for. The same way he will do for Solomon, he shall do for us if we choose to walk with him and not use him as a genie that walks for us. In conclusion, if you feel like your prayers aren't being answered, ask yourself, is your prayer to have rather than to be? Is your prayer going to be used to honor God or honor yourself? Because God does not work for us. If anything, we work for him. But God has gave us the gift of working with him. So if you want your prayer answered, be like Solomon and work with God to become the person who can have what you desire. Thank you. If you made it this far and want to help support me, my clothing brand will be in the description below where you can see for yourself clothing that is handmade and designed myself. So thanks for watching again, and God bless you.